concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before. Soccer fans, the National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment. Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges a past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before. Fans, the National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment. Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges a past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before. Fans, the National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment. Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise impact.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Women's Premier Soccer League Atlantic Conference matchup in the Wpsl playoffs. We have Chattanooga FC going up against Arlington Soccer Blue. Chattanooga FC placed second in the Southeast Conference Peachtree Division, but ended up becoming the Southeast Conference champions through earlier matches in the playoffs. They had a record of 6 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss, 19 points on the season. Chattanooga will be in blue and are going up against Arlington Soccer Blue, who ironically will be in red. They scored 13 points on the season and have a record of 4 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. This will be a very entertaining matchup to see who advances to the national quarterfinals and the South Region finals in the WPSL playoffs between Chattanooga FC and Arlington Soccer Blue. So far in the previous matchups of the WPSL national playoffs, we have had 2 matches with a final score. Sporting CT defeated Niagara 18-12 by a score of 9-0 in the semifinals of the East region. And SoCal Union FC defeated Spokane SC Shadow by a score of 3-2 in our first West region semifinal matchup. This will be the first of our South semifinal matchups. The second one will go live at 7:30 between McLean Soccer and LA Crew Rush. But both teams getting ready to kick off here. Arlington Soccer Blue making their way onto the field in the red kits. And so far, throughout the regular season, Arlington Soccer Blue had a rough start. They are a wild card from the Southeast Conference, or should I say the Atlantic Conference. They are a wild card in, and started the season with 3 straight losses, 0 points through 3 games, but really rallied through the back half of the regular season, going undefeated with 4 wins and a draw in their last 5 games, and ended up with a positive 15 goal difference to finish the regular season. So very strong resilience from Arlington Soccer Blue to make their way into these playoff rounds after a rough start to the season. But it looks like we are about to get underway here with Chattanooga FC starting things off with the kickoff. And here we go. First matchup in our South Region semifinals of the WPSL playoffs. And Chattanooga is really pushing forward right now, cutting through all the defense early on and already making their way towards the top of the box, and then it's going to take a deflection from across in Chattanooga. 20 seconds into this match, we'll have the first corner kick of the game, and just like that, action is starting early in the South region for Chattanooga. For all of us here watching, we appreciate you tuning in, whether you're watching on Roku or YouTube, tuning in to the National Soccer Network to watch this matchup between Chattanooga FC and Arlington Soccer Blue as a part of these WPSL playoffs in 2025. So Chattanooga FC started off with the ball there in blue. They will be attacking from right to left, as we're seeing right now, getting ready for the corner kick to go underway. I believe the ref is just making sure everything is all set between the players. No one's blocking the goalkeeper, and everything should be all set there. And Arlington Soccer Blue will be attacking from left to right once they get a chance to have possession of the ball. So here we go. Looks like the ref was just making sure everyone was in line around that 6-yard box. No one was impeding anybody. And Chattanooga will have the ball to see what they can do. Throughout the 8 games in the regular season, Chattanooga scored 18 goals and only allowed 5 goals against, with a plus 13 goal difference. So a very tough back line for Chattanooga. We'll see them get tested today against Arlington Soccer Blue. And here we go. Corner kick is off after a little bit of a delay, and it will go back out for a goal kick. It was off a Chattanooga player looking to get on the end of that one. But good defense from Arlington Soccer Blue, who, as we mentioned before kickoff, suffered 3 losses. Their first 3 games of the season were all losses, and so far those are the only losses they've had all year. They've managed to get themselves back into the playoffs with a successful back half of the regular season. And here they are on the ball, Arlington Soccer Blue. Going to keep the ball, but get it out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for Arlington Soccer Blue. And we will see where they're able to send it. Going to try to push forward here. And we'll look to, nice little nutmeg there to get by Chattanooga, but only goes as far as the next defender. Grace Ambrose takes that one and is able to pass it to her right, but Chattanooga will just send it all the way around towards their back line. We'll see a long-ranging pass, high arching, trying to go forward, going for a long bomb there, but it'll be kicked away. Good defensive strategy from Arlington Soccer Blue. It'll go out of bounds for a throw-in for Chattanooga, who have been on the front foot from the opening kickoff so far, very early in the game, but looking to apply a lot of pressure early. These are the Southeast Conference champions, as we have mentioned. That's how they ended up getting to this spot in the WPSL playoffs. Good little cross into the box, but it gets taken away. Chattanooga able to get back on the ball, though. And they'll look to just pass it back to their back line, who's going to send it all the way up, but over everybody's head. And Arlington Soccer Blue will be happy to scoop that up. They'll pass it towards their right side and look to just find a little bit of space here, but almost running out of it and just going to let the ball trickle out of bounds. Poked out by Chattanooga. It'll be a throw-in for Arlington Soccer Blue. Going to look to try to gain a little bit of possession and have some opportunities in that half. That's Olivia Stafford there, wrestling that ball away from Chattanooga and almost got the ball away again. It's going to go back out. I'm going to look for Stafford again. Bounces off the back of a Chattanooga defender. And Stafford will send the ball down the right wing, but it'll be taken away by Chattanooga, brought down. No foul there, and a good catch from Chattanooga's keeper to keep this one at 0-0, 5 minutes in the matchup. I thought there might have been a foul with the Chattanooga player being brought down by Arlington Soccer Blue, but the ref said play on, and a bad giveaway from Chattanooga, but able to make up for those mistakes and get back on the end of that ball. So a little bit of offensive attack, but not much from Chattanooga. Arlington Soccer Blue came to play. They brought the ball back to the keeper. And it looks as if maybe the ref caught a foul there as the Chattanooga player got brought down quickly. And so the ref will bring that ball back. And Chattanooga will have the first free kick of the game. And a lot of their players brought up, got to be careful to make sure this is at least somewhat successful so they don't allow Arlington to go for a counterattack. That's obviously the plan. Arlington is going for a nice header, but over the goal, over the crossbar. Not too bad from Chattanooga. Found the head of one of their players. Couldn't make out who it was. It was very congested in the box, as most free kicks are in that range. But we'll see this one again as it just gets headed over the crossbar. Hits the top netting. So it was close, but just a little bit, just got under the ball a little bit too much there on the header. And so Arlington will regain that possession, able to take that goal kick and hang on to the ball. Sometimes those goal kicks can be a little bit shaky and trying to keep the ball, but they're able to win a throw-in by bouncing it off the leg of a Chattanooga player. So in the red kits, here comes Arlington Soccer Blue. Driving up, but the ball is going to go out of play for another throw. I'm going to push it long. But the ref will say no, throw in for Chattanooga. They'll throw it in. And they'll just play it back. Although, relatively solid press from Arlington. Going to keep it high and try to not give Chattanooga a lot of room, but gets opened up a little bit here as a pass all the way down to the left wing. Chattanooga finds an opening regardless and will pass it back. And we'll look for a potential cross into the box. We get one. We don't know if there was a deflection there, but we're going to see a cross anyway and scooped up by Arlington Soccer Blue. Very good. Strong plays from Chattanooga to get out of that high press from Arlington. And had a good opportunity on goal. And now having a little high press of their own. But Arlington able to get away from that one. They'll switch the field of play and bring the ball up towards that left wing of theirs. We'll see how far they're able to bring it. Trying to get a little bit of a through ball, but sent that pass a little too early. So it's going to go out of play. And that will be a goal kick for Chattanooga. So again, both teams looking for a spot in the WPSL South Region Finals, which will go live tomorrow. All matchups, all 8 matchups in the regional semifinals go live today. As we mentioned, some games have already ended. Some games are in the process of going on, such as this one, and some games have yet to begin. But they will all happen today, all the regional semifinals. And then the regional finals will all go live tomorrow, or the national quarterfinals. So we will have 4 matchups tomorrow for you guys as well. And both of these clubs looking to punch a ticket to the South Region Finals. You will see both South Region matchups back to back. Chattanooga FC and Arlington Soccer Blue. You guys are watching now on this first matchup in the first of the 2 semifinals in the WPSL South Region Championships. As it gets taken away there. And Chattanooga looking to push on their own and just a little too heavy on the touch. Otherwise, we could have seen a beautiful shot, but Well read by the keeper for Arlington. Just able to grab that and hang on to the ball and not allow a shot on target. That could have been dangerous. But Chattanooga able to get the ball back and going to look to advance once again. We'll send the ball towards their right wing. They're going to push it through, see if they can send a ball towards their teammate, but they get called for offsides. Was behind all of the back line from Arlington. And so that attack will be stymied right then and there. Arlington's back line will kick things off once again. And we'll see what they're able to do with it. It's poked away, though. Poked away by Chattanooga. I believe that's Marlin on the ball right now. But a little bit of a slip up, and another offsides call gets called against Chattanooga. I believe that was Kara Martin that was on the ball after stealing that away, but ended up getting called for offside. So we're going to see that real quick. Just a little bit of a pass, and right there, you can see Martin was inside the box, whereas the rest of the defenders for Arlington were just outside the 18. So it was about a yard. It was pretty close to call. Kind of hard to catch live, but a little bit of slow-mo there helps to reaffirm that, yeah, that was indeed offsides on Chattanooga. And so here comes Arlington from their own back and going to look to send this one forward, just going all the way. Going to look to try to find Emmanuel here, Kylie Emmanuel, but that one's just going to go out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Chattanooga. And I apologize, that was Grace Ambrose that was offsides there, not Martin. But Stafford coming through, trying to poke the ball away. And here comes Ambrose with the ball, going to try and kick it over the defender, wrestle that one away. That's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Chattanooga. Arlington thought it went to them. But Kaylee Smith from Texas State will pick up this ball and launch it deep, but nobody was there. Ambrose was closest to it, but it's going to get kicked away. It'll be a throw-in for Chattanooga. Once again, Kaylee Smith will have this throw-in here as well. That ball seemed to have gone into the stands. It's going to be a little bit hard to get, but they have another one on standby. And so they'll launch this one deep towards Ambrose, but Arlington is there to defend. But, a crazy tackle there. And I believe that's going to be a foul. And Chattanooga have a free kick in a pretty favorable position. So another set piece for Chattanooga. We're going to see this one more time. Just a crazy trip up there. Just stuck the leg out. Unclear who that was on Arlington. But a crazy trip up. Just able to prevent that attack from blossoming any further. However, a set piece opportunity in the final third is going to really make things interesting. So Arlington have to trust their defensive line here, their back line, to see what they can do and prevent a goal from going in and prevent an early deficit. But we're going to see a header, but it's going to go above everybody and it's going to go out of bounds. I thought there was a teammate from Chattanooga that was going to get on the end of that and head that one towards goal. It looked like it initially, but it was very crowded in the box and the ball just snuck behind everybody. So goal kick in favor of Arlington. And here they go. Going to try to push the ball up on their left side and see what kind of possession they can build. Able to break away from a couple of Chattanooga defenders there. And we'll send it through. Nice little dummy ball. And Arlington just gets it stepped away. It was a good little attack. And Chattanooga get the ball back. Lots of back and forths here. Couple of takeaways, but two players brought down. The ref's going to say play on after two players hit the deck. And now Chattanooga will keep going. Going to send this ball through, but nobody's there. It was too powerful of a touch. And Arlington Ooh, gets shouldered off the ball again, but that one's going to be called back. The ref's going to call a foul on that one. A little bit of a hustle in play from both sides. So you see Arlington coming towards the ball. That might have been Emmanuel that was going towards it, but for Arlington, and then just gets wrecked. And now Arlington came through with a shot of their own. What an incredible save by Chattanooga there, keeping this game at 0-0. Didn't realize they had a quick restart. Maybe they caught Chattanooga all out of sorts and out of shape, able to get a potential cross in was Arlington. And now we have a somewhat of a stoppage in play. Curious as to what's going on. Whether there might have been a foul called, or maybe the ref just wants to have a talking to with somebody. Maybe she's going up to the keeper. It's going to be a drop ball situation, so something happened. Maybe during the replay that we didn't see initially. And it looks like it would have been in favor of Chattanooga. So maybe if Arlington had scored that goal outside the replay, it might not have counted based on that foul call from the referee. But they have another good opportunity here. Going to send one through. And is that going to be a penalty? It is. They get their heels clipped inside the box, and Arlington get taken down inside the 18. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have a penalty kick. Arlington will have a chance to go one up early in this matchup against Chattanooga, the Atlantic Conference wildcard team, with an opportunity to take the lead 17 minutes in this matchup. I'm trying to see who's on the end of this and who's on top of the ball right now. I think it's Lila Brown. I think that's a number 17. I can't tell, but the penalty kick slots it home to the bottom left corner. And what a goal for Arlington Soccer Blue. Takes a 1-0 lead after a penalty kick, a successful penalty kick, froze the keeper and just went towards the bottom left corner. So again, I believe that's number 17, Lila Brown. I could be wrong, but she takes a great step up towards the ball, freezes the keeper, and slots it towards the bottom left. And Arlington Soccer Blue will take the lead. Advertise with NSN to reach a wide audience through live soccer broadcasts. We offer customized ad packages, including 30 and 60-second commercials placed across our soccer streams. Boost your brand's visibility and engage with fans in real time. Scan the QR code on your screen or call 586-304-4405. And so early lead for Arlington after a successful penalty kick conversion. And now we'll see how strategies shift. You know, a 1-0 lead is never the most comfortable, but it gives you a little bit of a cushion. They're going to be looking for a second one. So Arlington gets a free kick here. They're going to restart play around midfield. And they're going to send this one forward. I mean, why not? Keep going with the ball when you have it. Chattanooga's there to defend and just going to keep it and bring it all the way back to their keeper. A lot of pressure. Stafford's coming through, but able to get kicked away. And Chattanooga able to hang on to the ball. Ref says play on. Advantage towards Chattanooga. Is going to send it towards that right side. That's Kaylee Smith on the ball, trying to find any of her teammates, but it goes past all of them, and Arlington will get back on the ball here. And they'll take a long ball towards that left wing, but good defensive slide tackle to get on the ball and send that one out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Arlington. For those of you just joining us, Arlington scored based off of a penalty kick that Chattanooga committed inside the box. Just a little clip of the heels, but enough for the ref to call a penalty kick. and Arlington are up 1-0, who are in red. But here come Chattanooga. Going to try to bypass a couple of defenders and looking for a shot of her own. Requires the attention of Arlington's keeper and going to have a nice little dive to her left to save that one and force a corner kick. Let's take a look at this again. Chattanooga coming through. Going to sidestep 3 defenders here and kick the ball from about 23 yards out, I would say, and required the attention of Arlington's keeper. Although I guess maybe she didn't get a hand to it, the keeper, because it's a goal kick for Arlington. I really thought, based on my point of view, it looked like a corner kick, so my apologies. But it'll be a goal kick for Arlington instead of a Chattanooga corner. Kaylee Smith back on the ball for Chattanooga, able to 360 out of the way, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be a Chattanooga throw-in. Anyway, so they will continue with the ball. It was still a good little 360 move regardless to get away from, I believe, Stafford, who was defending. Ambrose on the ball. But Stafford able to keep that one in play. And are they going to surrender the corner kick? And I think they do. It'll be a corner kick. Kicked the ball a little bit too heavy for her teammate to recover for Arlington and ends up conceding a corner in favor of Chattanooga. And so I believe third corner of the game overall and for Chattanooga. They got a bunch of players lined up vertically inside the box. Now looking to get to the end of it, maybe trying a little back heel, but it's going to go out of play, and I think that's another corner kick. Yeah, you can see the players getting back into their formation. So another corner kick for Chattanooga. Roughly 1/4 of the matchup have elapsed, and despite having a majority of possession, Chattanooga, it is Arlington who is up 1-0 due to a penalty kick. Let's see this corner kick, their 4th of the game so far. This one gets sent early, headed away by Arlington. Chattanooga trying to get back onto it, but will just kick it all the way back. I think that's Cassie Vigil who had that one and ended up launching it for Chattanooga, but it goes out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Arlington. And I believe we're going to have an early water break here for both clubs. Must be a very, very hot one. 87 degrees Fahrenheit. It is warm. It feels like 91 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And 9-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That's nothing to sneeze at, too. So far, a lot of these playoff games today, very warm and pretty strong winds through and through. So not necessarily ideal conditions for soccer, but regardless, still got to get the job done. It is a warm one, so water breaks are a necessity to make sure everybody stays hydrated and are able to finish the game in a healthy manner. But for those of you just joining, it is Arlington who is up 1-0. They scored a penalty kick in the 18th minute. So both teams coming off quite a few wins. Chattanooga ended the regular season off of 2 wins. They won 1-0 in their final game of the regular season against Nashville Rhythm FC, and then a 5-1 win against Atlanta Fire United, whereas Arlington Soccer Blue is coming off 5 straight games without a loss, that being 4 wins and a draw. Their most recent win was a 9-0 clobbering of UKFC, then a 1-1 draw against McLean Soccer, who we will see in the second matchup of the South Region semifinals. And then a 5-0 win against Alexandria Reds, a 4-2 win against McLean Soccer, and a 5-3 win against Arlington Soccer Red. But before that, it was 3 straight losses to open the season, and then that run of 5 games allowed Arlington Soccer Blue to get back into favorable position and to get them back into a playoff spot where they are right now currently leading against Chattanooga FC. Who themselves coming off 4 straight games without a loss. Like we mentioned, a 1-0 win, Nashville Rhythm, a 5-1 win against Atlanta Fire. Before that, it was a 1-1 draw against Georgia Impact, and then a 2-0 win against Atlanta Fire United. So both clubs with pretty successful endings to their seasons. But here we go. Back underway. Nice water break to keep all the players on each team hydrated and able to finish out the rest of the half. But 27th minute now. And Arlington up 1-0. Chattanooga looking to get back into the game. Nice little spin move from Arlington to keep the ball away from Chattanooga. And they'll look to pass this one. But it will be a foul against Chattanooga. And Arlington will take the ball around midfield. And they will launch this one forward. But it's headed away. Almost got to the end of that one, but Chattanooga getting to the end of that. Ambrose with that initial pass. Now going to send it forward. 4 Arlington defenders all around Chattanooga trying to take the ball away, but Chattanooga still on the ball, able to get across. Ambrose with a good header, and it's just wide. Oh, Chattanooga with a very good opportunity to score. Able to keep the ball away from 4 Arlington defenders. Let's see this one again. There's 4 defenders there and able to keep the ball away, and a solid cross meets the head of Ambrose, but just not enough. Grace Ambrose from Alcorn State with a prime opportunity to level this game, but just heads it a little bit wide. This one's going to be kicked away. That was Kaylee Smith, and I believe it's going to be a deep throw in for Arlington. Lila Green will take this one. No, throw it in. I believe that's Stafford on the ball. This one will get shepherded out. Muscled off the ball. The ref says play on, I believe. It's going to be a goal kick anyway. The ball goes out of play. All right, I was a little bit confused on what was happening, but the ball goes out of play. It is a goal kick for Chattanooga. So a promising Arlington attack stymied, but we'll take a deep goal kick. And now Chattanooga looking to find a way back into the game. Going to pass it towards center field. Looking for a heavy pass. They finding Grace Ambrose. Or I'm sorry, that was Anik Manga there, who had the ball initially. My apologies. But we'll go back, and nothing fruitful about that attack. Going back to Arlington. And now here they come. They're going to try to step forward with the ball. Nice little spin move to keep possession by Stafford there. But it gets taken away. Not before they get it right back. Lots of back and forth. Beasley had the ball for a quick second, passing it back. And they'll send a long ball towards that left channel, but no one was there in red. And so it's going to be a throw-in for Arlington. Here they come. But Chattanooga there to defend the ball. They're going to bring it back. Definitely looking to equalize before the half is their train of thought. One player's on the ground. The ref is going to have to stop the play just to check on her. See if there's anything really wrong. I believe she might be grabbing her ankle. I'm not too sure. I can't quite make out who it is. But they gotta find a way back into this game, Chattanooga, if they expect to advance. If they expect to make their way towards the national quarterfinals, the South Region Finals in the WPSL playoffs. So everyone just making sure that she is okay. I believe she's able to continue the matchup. I think we will have a quick substitution for Arlington. There's also a chance she probably got subbed off as well. You can get subbed back on later on in the matchup. But play has resumed, and here come Arlington. We'll see what they're able to do with the ball. With a heavy run, speeding forward, Chattanooga tried to take the ball away. But so far, it has been Arlington finding space, and here comes Stafford down that right wing. Going to look to send in a cross, kicked away by Chattanooga. We'll see what they're able to do. Ambrose going to try to send this one forward. Going to look for, I believe that's Amy Neal, number 31, on the ball. But that one just got poked away to go out of bounds for a Chattanooga throw-in. And that will be Kaylee Smith to take the throw-in. And now driving into the box, Arlington has to be careful not to commit a penalty of their own, but they concede a corner. Definitely a little bit less consequential than a penalty kick, but they still got to be on their toes. They cannot let their guard down. I believe this is Chattanooga's 5th corner kick of the matchup. And they'll send this one forward. Will it hit the back of the head? That looks like it was cleared from the line. And the ball is just going to go wide to the right of the goal. Wow. Let's take a look at this again. Let's see, where did the ball go? It went up. And I can't tell if any of the Chattanooga players got ahead to it. I think it might have just sailed over all of them, hit the ground, and found its way just wide of the goal. So another very, very close opportunity for Chattanooga. But once again, still 34 plus minutes in the matchup. It is Arlington with the 1-0 lead. They're going to continue to pass this one, but it gets taken away. Chattanooga look to spring together a flurry of attacks. They're going to get back on it, and I think it's going to be a free kick. It will be a free kick for Chattanooga. They're going to look to have Jordan Crockett on the ball from Denver University. Going to send this ball forward. It was a promising look, but just sailed over everybody's head. It's going to be a goal kick for Arlington. NSN Game Rewind brings the past to life with full commentary and dynamic graphics. Relive your favorite games with a professional broadcast experience where the past lives in the future. Scan the QR code or call 586-304-4405 to start watching today. Long ball from Arlington, but Chattanooga able to get back on the ball there. Down 1-0 Chattanooga. We're going to look to see what they can do. They've had a couple of great chances so far, but just none have been able to hit the back of the net. They're driving once again. This time he's in the right side of the field. Going to go for that right wing, bypassing a defender there from Arlington, but that one gets kicked away. It's going to go out of play for a throw-in for Chattanooga. Less than 10 minutes to go until the first half. And it is Arlington, the away team, with the lead. So they'll send this one back. Going to look to find an opening. Going to go for a heavy cross inside the box. Kicked away, though, from Arlington. They'll be headed away. Going to try to get a little bit of a clearance there, but only goes as far as that back line for Chattanooga. Arlington will kick that one out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Chattanooga, who takes a very quick throw-in. They're going to send this one forward, and they will be brought down. This is going to be a foul and a free kick just outside the 18 for Chattanooga. Possibly their best opportunity today in terms of set pieces. They steal the ball away from Arlington and then just get sandwiched, tripped up, and brought down about a yard outside the right side, the far side of their final third, that 18-yard line. So ref just making sure everyone is all set up. No one's impeding the keeper. Everyone's in sort of a 3-row or 3-column formation here for this set piece. It'll be crossed inside the box, and that one gets headed away by Arlington. Lots of commotion inside the box, but too many red shirts there. That will go out of play for a corner kick. Avoiding disaster there was Arlington. So corner kick for Chattanooga, 6th of the game, if I'm counting correctly, for Chattanooga. This time on the far side, the far corner flag. Got a bunch of players on near side, but they're going to retreat towards the far side. High arcing shot. Headed away, but a crazy shot. Very ambitious off the volley, but it ends up hitting a Chattanooga player, but bounces off someone from Arlington. So we're going to replay it again, and we're going to have another corner kick for Chattanooga, 40th minute. Down 1-0. How can they respond? Will they be able to respond before the half is over? Everyone lined up in formation. This time trying a different set piece style, going towards that near post. It was kicked away, but it's going to go up and over. And the ball is just going to land on the top. And I believe we are going to have a goal kick for, right? Oh, wait. Are people getting lined up for a penalty? We have a penalty kick. Hang on. There was a foul that happened inside the box against someone from Arlington. Wow. People were setting up for a penalty. I was in denial. I didn't think a penalty was going to happen, but here we go. All of a sudden now, one went from a corner kick to a now penalty kick. I think this is Kaylee Smith on the ball. It's hard to tell, but I think that's number 25. I could be wrong. But here we go. Penalty kick from Smith. Oh, keeper dives the right way. And just like that, Chattanooga get back in the game. It is 1-1. Both goals scored via penalty kicks. Wow. All right. It was very interesting. I really thought that we had another corner kick for Chattanooga, then maybe a goal kick as people were walking back, and then people were lining up the box, and it was a penalty kick for Chattanooga, slots it home on the bottom right corner of the goal. Keeper for Arlington dove the right way, but too much power on the ball, and Chattanooga FC get themselves back in the matchup. They clawed their way back. All those corner kicks and all those set pieces paid off. So it looks like the ball is out of play now. It'll be a throw-in for Chattanooga. They're going to send that one forward. They're going to look to advance the ball. And they're going to find some open space. They'll send the ball over, but it's going to go out. And once again, another corner kick for Chattanooga now. Pushing on the gas pedal. Perhaps trying to complete a comeback here and take the lead heading into halftime if they get the opportunity to. So they'll send the ball forward. Going to look to drive it from the top of the 18. But they'll hang on to the ball and bring it back out wide. We're going to look to see a cross inside the box. And it meets the head of Chattanooga. So many things have happened, but they end up scoring. Wow, after all that, Chattanooga. I'm sorry, guys. It was a little bit hard for me to see, but there was a ball that crossed over into the goal. We're going to see this again. I thought the keeper had it for a second. So let's see. The ball gets crossed over, bypasses all the Arlington players, kicked away by one of the Chattanooga players, and then spilled by the keeper, rebounded, and kicked into the back of the net. And just like that, yeah, Chattanooga do complete the comeback. Even their keeper comes out to celebrate with them. You'll love to see it. Wow. All of the corner kicks that Chattanooga have had, it's been working out for them. And now, after being up 1-0 for almost a half hour, maybe about 25 minutes more closer to that, all of a sudden, very quickly, back to back, Arlington find themselves down 2-1 heading into halftime. So that ball's going to go out of play. It will be a throw-in for Chattanooga once again. The ball will get sent very far down, but it'll be headed away. It'll be a throw-in for Arlington, who are now going to have to find a way to get back into the matchup. That one got kicked to the back of Arlington, but ends up getting picked up by Chattanooga, who will send it forward. A couple of one-touch passes, but that ball is going to roll out, and it's going to be a goal kick. Just a little bit too powerful on the pass there. It looked very well done. But it's going to be a goal kick. We will see how much stoppage time we have in this game. We had a little bit of an injury timeout. We had 2 penalty kicks. We had and 3 goals so far. So we will see how much time we are dealing with. I'm anticipating a couple of minutes, but it's all up to the referee's discretion. And so Arlington Soccer Blues, Atlantic Conference wildcard team, making it all the way here to the final 16 of the national tournament and the semifinals of the South Region Championships. Got to find a way to get themselves back into this matchup. Haven't had too much possession. They've had a couple of great opportunities through counterattacks and through mistakes from Chattanooga. But so far, it's been all blue. It's been all Chattanooga on the ball. Not much has happened in the opposing half. And so that's something that Chattanooga is going to have to look into going into halftime. We're going to see a cross inside the box. Chattanooga almost get to the end of it, but kicked away and nearly cleared away. And now here's maybe one of those promising counterattacks from Arlington Soccer Blue. They're going to send it out wide to the right. That's Alana Beasley on the ball right now, and she's going to look for a cross towards the top of the box, towards the top corner of the goal. Almost required the attention of Chattanooga's keeper, but at the end of the day, ends up bypassing everybody and goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Chattanooga, who are going to look to see this one out and take this to halftime. Perhaps one goal kick away. And the ref will continue play. There is Kaylee Smith, on the ball. But that long cross gets taken away. And that is the halftime whistle. After one more attack from, my apologize. The way the referee waved her hands, it looked like we had the halftime whistle there. But almost a giveaway. Maybe Arlington might have thought it was halftime too. It was almost a dead giveaway for Chattanooga. And so now they got to be careful here. Got to bring the ball. But very high press from Chattanooga so far. It's going to be slid in, but it'll be a throw-in for Arlington. A quick stoppage of the attack, but they're able to send this one forward, dancing around that far sideline, but that's going to officially be the halftime whistle now. All right, third time's the charm. That is incredible. But here we go. Halftime in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and Chattanooga FC have a 2-1 lead over Arlington Soccer Blue. We dropped a degree down to 87 degrees Fahrenheit. We will see you guys on the other side for the start of the second half of this WPSL matchup in the playoffs.
While medicine's greatest advancements look like the latest sci-fi, one of our most powerful tools is far more simple, more human. It's a calling to connect with purpose. That's how we're evolving healthcare, by treating people, not just patients, with innovations that amplify healing and lead to more personalized care. Guided by the belief we all hold the power to heal.
When you need inspiration, it's worth shopping Fry's for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings with over $600 in digital coupons each week, plus up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Fry's, you always get big flavors and big savings. Fry's. Fresh for everyone.
If you are interested in participating in a sport that requires skill, fitness, strategic thinking, and team play, soccer offers opportunities at various levels to improve fitness and coordination. Whether you prefer casual participation, competitive play, or joining a futsal league, our organization provides a welcoming environment to learn new skills and meet new people. Register today for the Macomb Soccer Summer Camp from July 14th to 18th. The camp will be led by Kansas City's professional players James Togba and Mike De Silva. It is open to boys and girls aged 6 through 16 with an early bird registration fee of $175 if registered by July 7th. Gain knowledge from professionals in an engaging and competitive setting. For further information, visit mrsl.us. Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Chaos FC is a soccer club in Macomb County, Michigan, dedicated to player development through professional training. Our mission is to offer a safe, positive environment that nurtures youth talent. We aim to help players reach their full potential and compete at high levels in MYSL, MSP, SP, and MRL. We provide equal opportunities for all players to develop skills, knowledge, and appreciation for soccer through top-tier training and positive coaching. Our goal is to help players grow as individuals, promoting life skills such as sportsmanship, teamwork, goal setting, and fair play. Learn more today by visiting chaosfc.us. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.
The Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins MLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before. Accelerate your soccer journey this summer at Oakland University. From June 30th to July 31st, players will have the incredible opportunity to refine their skills under the guidance of Oakland University soccer coaches. Train at world-class facilities while gaining insight into life in a collegiate environment. These camps cater to a range of skill sets and ages, from youth programs to the Elite ID program, ensuring participants are surrounded by peers who challenge and inspire. As one of the premier soccer institutions in the Horizon League, Oakland University soccer program offers an unparalleled environment for growth and development. Don't miss your chance. Register now at oaklandboyssoccercamps.com.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
From the biggest matches to the hottest takes, Jonathan Turner and Nathan Wenger bring you the stories, the analysis, and the edge you won't get anywhere else. Streaming live weekdays at 9 a.m. on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all major platforms. No filters, no fluff, just real talk, real soccer. This is Inside the Game.
While medicine's greatest advancements look like the latest sci-fi, one of our most powerful tools is far more simple, more human. It's a calling to connect with purpose. That's how we're evolving healthcare, by treating people, not just patients, with innovations that amplify healing and lead to more personalized care. Guided by the belief we all hold the power to heal.
When you need inspiration, it's worth shopping Fry's for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings with over $600 in digital coupons each week, plus up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Fry's, you always get big flavors and big savings. Fry's. Fresh for everyone.
If you are interested in participating in a sport that requires skill, fitness, strategic thinking, and team play, soccer offers opportunities at various levels to improve fitness and coordination. Whether you prefer casual participation, competitive play, or joining a futsal league, our organization provides a welcoming environment to learn new skills and meet new people. Register today for the Macomb Soccer Summer Camp from July 14th to 18th. The camp will be led by Kansas City's professional players James Togba and Mike De Silva. It is open to boys and girls aged 6 through 16 with an early bird registration fee of $175 if registered by July 7th. Gain knowledge from professionals in an engaging and competitive setting. For further information, visit mrsl.us. Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Chaos FC is a soccer club in Macomb County, Michigan, dedicated to player development through professional training. Our mission is to offer a safe, positive environment that nurtures youth talent. We aim to help players reach their full potential and compete at high levels in MYSL, MSP, SP, and MRL. We provide equal opportunities for all players to develop skills, knowledge, and appreciation for soccer through top-tier training and positive coaching. Our goal is to help players grow as individuals, promoting life skills such as sportsmanship, teamwork, goal setting, and fair play. Learn more today by visiting chaosfc.us. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.
Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins MLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before. Accelerate your soccer journey this summer at Oakland University. From June 30th to July 31st, players will have the incredible opportunity to refine their skills under the guidance of Oakland University soccer coaches. Train at world-class facilities while gaining insight into life in a collegiate environment. These camps cater to a range of skill sets and ages from youth programs to the Elite ID program, ensuring participants are surrounded by peers who challenge and inspire. As one of the premier soccer institutions in the Horizon League, Oakland University soccer program offers an unparalleled environment for growth and development. Don't miss your chance. Register now at oaklandboyssoccercamps.com.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
From the biggest matches to the hottest takes, Jonathan Turner and Nathan Wenger bring you the stories, the analysis, and the edge you won't get anywhere else. Streaming live weekdays at 9 a.m. on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all major platforms. No filters, no fluff, just real talk, real soccer. This is Inside the Game.
All right, how's it going, everybody? As you can see on the screen, we are in a weather delay. There is lightning around in Chattanooga, Tennessee. For those of you just joining the program and looking for the second half of action, we will be back in just a little bit. We're going to wait out the lightning storm For an update on the score, it is 2-1 in favor of Chattanooga FC for those of you joining in looking for the score. So we apologize for the delay in the start of the second half, but we will cut back to a break and we will let you guys know when the second half is underway and when this delay is all over. So hang tight a little longer, everybody. Thanks. Ladies and gents, welcome back to the second half of this matchup between Chattanooga FC and Arlington. Before we had our crazy lightning delay, we are back. Chattanooga has a 2-0 lead over Arlington Soccer Blue. We appreciate all of you guys for hanging in there and waiting out the delay with us. Really means the world. But for those of you just joining, or those that need a refresher, Chattanooga are in all blue, navy. They are attacking now from left to right, whereas Arlington Soccer Blues are in all red, and they are attacking from right to left. So the way the scoreline worked out is that Arlington scored the first goal around the 18th minute. They got a penalty kick that they scored, and they were up 1-0 until about the 40th minute when Chattanooga FC were awarded a penalty kick of their own, and they tied it up 1-1. And then just about a minute later, they converted a corner kick into the back of the net to complete the comeback and take the lead 2-1. So here come Chattanooga now, but the ball gets taken away by Arlington, and it will be brought up towards that right wing, but a foul is going to be called, and it looks like we might have a booking. Let's see. And yeah, we're going to have a yellow card for Chattanooga. I believe that is our first booking of the evening. And so Chattanooga will get a free kick. It looks like the yellow card went to one of the Arlington players that were trying to advance the ball forward. So Chattanooga gets the free kick here. And they're going to send that forward towards midfield. And they'll get toppled down. The ref is going to call that one. That'll be a foul against Arlington. Chattanooga will take the free kick. And again, this is the WPSL playoffs. This is the South Region semifinals. And so the winner of this one will advance to the national quarterfinals or the South Region finals against the winner of the next matchup that will happen directly after this one concludes. But we still have the rest of this half for this one to decide a winner. There's still plenty of time for both teams to secure their spot into the next round. And so Hannah Tillett takes the ball. She passes it forward, but it almost gets taken away. And it gets taken away. Arlington gets tripped up, though. And so it's going to be a free kick for Arlington. And again, after just being up 1-0, they are now down 2-1. Need to find a way to make a comeback here. Going to be a long ball forward. Not going to find her teammate. It's going to get headed away. And that'll be picked up by Ava Marvin, who had it, but it will be taken away. Chattanooga tries to kick it forward. But instead, Green Orset will take it. And here comes Jennifer McGuire, gets tripped up, and the ref is going to issue another booking. So 2 yellow cards, one for each team. A yellow card for Chattanooga and a quick restart from Arlington. Here comes McGuire once again to pass it towards the middle of the field. Going to be brought back towards Green Orset, who's going to launch this one, try to switch the field of play. Couldn't find her teammate, though. Chattanooga will take over. And will send that one that's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be an Arlington throw-in. And Arlington's going to try to drive this ball forward. 4 Chattanooga defenders, and they all end up winning it. And so they'll push that ball, trying to get it towards midfield, trying to break through a couple of Arlington defenders, and that's going to be a foul. Pretty chippy second half. Both teams just had to wait a long, long while for the lightning delay to subside. But Chattanooga gets the free kick right around midfield. Let's see where they send it. Potentially looking for a long ball. That's exactly what's going to happen, but it does not find a teammate. Goes right back to Arlington, who again need a goal to get back into this game. And that ball will be kicked up. Chattanooga will look to advance from there. That's Ambrose that was trying to spring together a couple of passes there, but that ball's going to go out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Chattanooga. That one will be sent forward all the way towards that end line there, just losing possession of the ball, and that's going to go out of play for a goal kick. Brilliant defensive play from Arlington to kick that ball back and have the ball go out of bounds off of Chattanooga to force the goal kick, not allowing the corner at all. So Green Orset will take it, gonna bring it all the way back towards Kylie Emanuel, but it gets taken away, and Chattanooga have a chance, and that one gets slotted home into the back of the net. And a defensive mistake from Arlington gives Chattanooga a 3-1 lead. That is incredible. A great effort from Chattanooga to get the ball towards the end. Let's see how this one played out. So this was McGuire there and just gets muscled off the ball, and that one's just going to get hammered home by Ambrose. So what a goal there. And giving yourself a 2-goal cushion 6 minutes into the second half. And Chattanooga FC are on top and extend their lead and expand it to 2 goals. And now we're going to look for some higher press from Arlington, realizing that their tournament hopes are on the line now. They're going to have to respond quickly if they're going to want to come back and either force extra time or find a winner here. But so far, it is all Chattanooga. They've had a majority of the possession. They've had a majority of the chances. So it's just a matter of time to see what happens. And Arlington will have to find a way to get back into this after being up 1-0 for about 25 minutes of the matchup. And now here comes Ambrose again and going to try and go for a long shot, but that one gets deflected, I believe. And that's going to go, never mind. It was just a poor take, and that's going to be a goal kick for Arlington. And so they will take it deep in their own territory. Chattanooga pressing high, really not giving them a lot of space. But here come Arlington just trying to make do with the little space that they do have, able to get through to midfield, maybe looking to switch the field of play. Instead, going to try to cut it around, trying for a 360 and cutting through a couple of Chattanooga's defenders, but clips the heels of one of them. And that's going to be a free kick for Chattanooga. We'll take another look at that. Again, I thought they were going to switch the field of play here. Instead, they were trying to spin around a couple defenders, but ended up losing control of the ball and just collided with a player from Chattanooga, forcing the free kick. That one's going to get launched. And it'll be taken away. Arlington just kind of lost the ball at their feet there. And so Chattanooga are going to launch this one forward. It'll be picked up and kicked towards the other side. And now they're going to have to defend a little bit. Almost giving the ball away, but able to shuffle out of it. They're going to send that ball forward and slide it through. Can they find their teammate? Unfortunately, not for Chattanooga. But Arlington able to just get out of the way there. They're going to force a throw-in for Chattanooga. And for those just joining us, South Region semifinal matchup between Chattanooga FC and Arlington Soccer Blue. Chattanooga, however, are in the blue, and Arlington Soccer Blue are in the reds. It was a good shot there, but that one's going to go over the crossbar. Nothing really there. And so Arlington will look to see how they can break down that back line, what types of passes they need to do, what types of opportunities they need to find another one to get themselves back into this matchup. But Chattanooga take that one away. They're going to start driving towards that left side, that left wing. That one's going to get picked up inside the box. Ambrose was there for a second, falls for another player just inside the box, but it's going to be taken away. I believe McGuire was there to try to poke that one away and clear it for Arlington. It goes all the way back to Chattanooga's keeper, who's going to just send that one towards the left side, that far side of the field. And now Arlington's starting to put a little bit of pressure. Trying to force some mistakes from Chattanooga and get the ball for themselves to create opportunities of their own. But Chattanooga doing well to hang in there and keep the ball to themselves. This one's going to be a long ball that gets crossed all the way inside the box. It meets the feet and gets saved by Arlington. That was a good opportunity. That long ball connected inside the box. We're going to see that just overarching pass over multiple defenders, able to keep control of the ball and then size up a shot. Maybe just a little too quick with that right foot there. It was enough for Arlington to be able to dive and get two hands on the ball. But it looks like we might have a free kick in favor of Arlington. So now immediately on the other side, in the other half of the field, Arlington have an opportunity to get themselves back into this matchup. Let's see what they can do. A lot of their players are forward right now towards the top of the box, but that one's headed away by Chattanooga. There's still plenty of Arlington players there. That one's going to go out of play, and it will be a corner kick for Arlington Soccer Blue. So they are not done pressing just yet. They have yet another set piece opportunity waiting for them. They have one player lining up to potentially receive it short, whereas the rest of their teammates, about 5 inside the box, they're going to take that high lofting shot. That's going to find the feet of Stafford, and that just goes wide to the left of the goal. It was very, very close. Let's get another look at that. That corner kick, it was met by the head of someone from Chattanooga, but then ends up falling kindly for Stafford. Put a lot of power behind that shot, but unfortunately the control and accuracy wasn't there. Otherwise, that could have been a top corner. But instead, it just sails over the crossbar a little bit to the left. And Chattanooga maintain their 3-1 lead. And so Cassie Vigil on the ball right now, looking to sidestep a couple of defenders, sends a long through ball, able to find a teammate, and then trying to some one-touch passing, but they're still able to keep the ball, and they'll send it all the way back to their keeper. Chattanooga pushing forward. They're going to look to try to find, I think that's Ambrose again, who's on the ball. Going to look to maybe send it towards the center of the box if she can wiggle away from the Arlington defender. This one's going to get lifted up, and it's kneed away by Arlington. They still got to clear it, though. They're still in a pretty dangerous situation. They're going to kick it out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in for Chattanooga. Putting themselves in a pretty precarious situation. 3-1's pretty manageable, but if they allow a fourth, it might get a little too far to reach for them. But they're going to have to defend a throw-in after some substitutions are being made. And that one gets sent forward. Chattanooga will take the ball, bypass a couple of defenders. They're going to look to send it back towards Vigil. She's going to push that one and actually go for a very ambitious shot of her own, but doesn't get the height that she wants, and it's an easy scoop up for Arlington. Then a long, potentially almost a shot, but a little through ball there that just missed all of her teammates from Stafford, I believe that was. And that one's going to be a foul. That's going to be in favor of Chattanooga. They're going to get that one back, but they played it too quickly. Even their own teammates weren't ready for it. And Arlington able to take advantage, get the ball back for themselves. Let's see what they're able to do with it. They're going to pass it back towards midfield. They'll loft this one over, but no one's there. It's going to go all the way back to Hall, who will just take this one up and perhaps try to slow the game down a little bit. She's going to grab a couple hands to it and will restart the play, slow down the momentum, and allow Chattanooga to really try to run away with this one. But Arlington doing well, holding firm defensively. Going to bring it back to their keeper, who's going to send it towards that right side of the field. It's going to be launched forward. A little bit of a pass back. Just going to keep it on that back line for now. Just going to have to try to find some openings. They're going to send a long ball with a lot of green grass in front of her. That's Ava Marvin cutting inside. And they still have the ball. Here comes Beasley, going to take a shot of her own, but that one just gets launched over to the right. So a good idea there and a good opportunity. And a nice spell of possession from Arlington, but ultimately doesn't amount to anything. And those are the types of plays that Arlington need to make if they want to break down Chattanooga. And Hall's got to be careful here for Chattanooga. Doesn't want to get a card for time wasting. Unless we're seeing substitutions being made. Subscribe to NSN on YouTube for exclusive soccer content, live streams, highlights, and more. Stay connected to all the action by hitting that subscribe button. Don't miss out. Join the NSN community today. Chattanooga hanging on to the ball right now, sending it towards midfield and looking to push the ball forward. Perhaps going for a fourth. Good through ball right there. And that's going to get slid in, but it's just not powerful enough. It'll be taken kindly. Now here comes Stafford, looking to bring the ball forward for Arlington. What can she do with it? She's going to switch it up a little bit. And a foul against Chattanooga. This will be a free kick, a little bit past midfield for Arlington. I believe that was Beasley that fell to the ground there. And now Allie Jones will be on the ball, looking to perhaps look for some teammates inside the box. Gets headed up by one of them, but too far for the winger to come down and save that ball. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick with a little bit of skill there for Chattanooga. And that one's going to get sent forward. But it'll be out of bounds. It'll be a Chattanooga throw-in off of Arlington. And they'll send that one back. They'll look to restart from inside their own territory, but push it all the way up to midfield. Just gets pushed by Arlington. That's going to be a free kick for Chattanooga. And so they will take the ball and perhaps slow things down just a little bit more with less than a quarter of the 90 to play. They have control of the matchup. But Arlington are not giving up just yet. Still plenty of time. 2 goals is what they need. And play on, says the referee. Good defensive takeaway from Arlington. Going to pass it towards that right side of the field. Going to look to find their teammate running down that right wing. But it gets taken away by Chattanooga. So the ball is going to get carried over. It's going to get launched. But it will go out of play for a throw-in for Chattanooga. And it looks like at this moment, we will have our water break right around halfway through the half. So all these players doing what they can to stay hydrated, to make sure they can finish the game out. And Chattanooga taking the lead after being down 1-0. If you're just joining us here, welcome. Whether you're on YouTube or Roku, we appreciate you tuning in to the National Soccer Network for the WPSL 2025 playoffs. We are down to the final 16 teams. This is the South Region semifinals between Chattanooga FC and Arlington Soccer Blue. And Chattanooga have a 3-1 lead right now. Chattanooga were your Southeast Conference champions, and at Arlington Soccer Blue are a wild card team from the Atlantic Conference. So both teams getting matched up here in the South Region semifinals. Chattanooga finished their regular season with a record of 6 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss, whereas Arlington Soccer Blue finished the season with a record of 4 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. And their last 5 games did not have a single loss. Their 3 losses of the campaign came during the first 3 weeks of the regular season, but they picked it up and managed to find their way into the playoffs through resilience. But now are facing off against a very difficult Chattanooga FC opponent, find themselves down 2 goals. The first 2 goals of this game were both penalty kicks. Arlington Soccer Blue got the first penalty kick, scored in the 18th minute, and then around the 40th minute, Chattanooga were awarded a penalty kick of their own and converted it. Those were the first 2 goals of the game. And then immediately after that penalty kick, about a minute later, Chattanooga got a second goal. That's when they took the lead. And then, of course, halftime and the lightning delay occurred. So second half, a little bit later than usual, but we will take it nonetheless. And Chattanooga were able to get their 3rd goal during the second half. About 6 minutes in, the 51st minute, they got their 3rd goal. It looks like we will have a substitution here for Chattanooga. I think that's a goalkeeper substitution. So they're going to be switching goalkeepers, Chattanooga. All right. Hoping their starting goalkeeper is okay and not injured in any way, but could be a tactical decision as well by Chattanooga. So we'll just have to see how that affects the game for the last 20 minutes. But that one's going to go out of play. It'll be a Chattanooga throw-in, who have been in control for a majority of the game, as we've seen. And Arlington will have a quick substitution of their own before Chattanooga are allowed the throw-in. They're going to send this one deep. They're sending it all the way towards that end line. And Arlington doing well to shepherd that one out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Arlington. And they're going to start up quickly. Going to pass it towards their left side, towards this near side of the field. Nice through ball towards the middle of the field, sending it towards Stafford. Just riding that offside line, but staying onside. But a couple of heavy touches, couldn't get past Arlington, but couldn't get past Chattanooga. Though Arlington do get a throw-in after that Chattanooga little mistake there. Couldn't keep the ball in play. And so we're going to see Amelie Dagnilo come through with the throw-in. Will she try to launch it towards the box? Let's find out. Or at least try to find a player to set them up. Whether it's outside the box or not, going to go towards Stafford there. It will get poked away, and it will go out of bounds once again for another throw-in for Dagnilo. And that one will be sent forward once again towards Stafford, who loses it once again, this time play on. And now here comes Chattanooga, going to send this one far forward. Looking for Ambrose, who has control of the ball. She's going to try to send the through ball, able to connect it. And that is an offsides just before Mongo was able to get there to get a shot on target. Just called for offsides. And now Arlington maybe have a chance for a counterattack of their own to maybe get them off sides, or out of shape. My apologies there. That was Dagnilo running up, but ultimately forcing the foul that turns the ball the other way for Chattanooga. And so they will switch the field of play, send it towards the far side of the field, and they're going to launch that ball. That was a crazy deep shot that went well over all of her teammates, straight into the keeper's arms. And Arlington will restart play, but it gets taken away by Ambrose and Chattanooga. We'll pass it back towards midfield, not before sending it forward. Going down that left wing. We'll send it towards the box, trying to find a teammate. They do. And Chattanooga just gets pushed off the ball. It's going to be a corner kick for Chattanooga with about 15 minutes to go in the game. And so Chattanooga really good at just making something out of nothing. They're able to get the ball at pretty much any point in the field, whether it's through takeaways or restarts in play, and really just send it as far forward as they like to try to test the defense of Arlington. So here comes Chattanooga on the ball for the corner kick. High arcing shot, but it gets caught. Very good save by Arlington's keeper to keep that from being any more threatening than it was. This one's going to get launched forward. They'll opt to punt the ball beyond midfield, headed away by Chattanooga. The Arlington is there with the rebound header, and Chattanooga is there to pick up the pieces and restart back in their own end. They're going to take the ball forward. Nice back heel. Little back flick. Going to try to find Ambrose, I believe, and that is going to be a yellow card, a booking for Arlington. And Ambrose gets fouled there. A beautiful back heel with the assist, and then Ambrose just gets taken down a couple of yards outside the 18. Now we got a couple of players from Chattanooga on top of the ball. This is prime direct free kick opportunity. They're going to potentially look for a goal here to go direct towards the goal. So how will Arlington try to defend this? And let's see who we can spot for Chattanooga. To take the shot. For a quick substitution by Chattanooga. Double substitution, I will say. A couple yards out. Maybe about 21, 22 yards out. Loft over the wall. It just hits the top netting. It was a good attempt, but goes over everybody, including the goal. And at the end of the day, the free kick was fruitless. But it was a good attempt from Chattanooga. And now Arlington need to pick up their momentum. They need to get something going. Time is starting to run out. They need at least 2 goals. They need 2 goals to force extra time. And we're going to get a free kick as Stafford was brought down there. And she's going to look to she wanted to send that ball forward, but instead will lay it off for Emmanuel, who's going to send it towards that far side, their right side of the field. Going to try and travel down that right channel and maybe look to push it inside. Maybe we're looking for a player inside the box, but it gets poked away by Chattanooga. That's going to go out for a throw-in for Arlington. We might have a couple of more substitutions going on while we await the throw-in opportunity for Arlington, who again had a 1-0 lead for about 25 minutes in the first half. Their one goal came through a penalty kick. And now they got to look to climb out of this hole and find 2 more. Gets wrestled off the ball. That's going to go out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick for Chattanooga. Very good on them to stymie that offensive attack from Arlington. They will send that through. We got about 10 minutes left plus stoppage time, but it will get picked up by Arlington. Gonna look for a back heel, finds Emmanuel there. She's gonna try and dance around a couple of defenders. We'll look for Stafford, but it gets poked away. And I believe the ball hit the ref. And so the ref is gonna stop the play and perhaps have a drop ball situation there for Chattanooga, who had the ball defensively, but it did just bounce off the ref. I don't think it was a crazy touch, but enough to affect the attack from Chattanooga. So the ref will allow a drop ball opportunity and good restart. And they'll choose to send it forward. They'll take that ball around midfield and push it towards that right side, but Manga could not control it. It's going to go out of play for a throw-in for Arlington, who are running out of time. 2 goals down. They need to get 1 back, or else their postseason hopes will be fading away. I believe we're waiting on more substitutions to occur. That's exactly what's going on. And we'll restart the game there. And that one will be headed away for another throw-in for Arlington. That one will be taken by Jocelyn Lohmeyer, who's on the ball now. And another throw-in for Arlington. That will be sent in by Dagnilo. Going to try to find Stafford there. Who's going to try to cut it inside. And I believe we have a booking for Chattanooga. This will be a free kick set piece opportunity for Arlington. This could be the opportunity they need to get themselves back into this matchup very late as the sun is setting on that half of the field. So two-person wall for Chattanooga. And Arlington will take the free kick just outside the box, headed away by Chattanooga. Falls to the feet of Arlington. Will they be able to get a shot off? They're going to get one just way outside the 18. And just a little bit of a shot there. More wild than anything else, but it will be picked up by Chattanooga. Nothing crazy there. But they will scoop that ball. And it looks as if there's another stoppage of play. I saw the flag go up, so I can't tell if it's in offsides, even though Chattanooga had the ball there. And it looks like either a possible free kick. Oh, is this I believe we might have an indirect free kick. Did Chattanooga pass it back to their keeper and their keeper picked it up with her hands? Because if that was the case, then Arlington will be awarded an indirect free kick, which means they can have a free kick from inside the box so long as they pass the ball inside the box before taking their shot. I can't tell if that's what's going on, but I think that might be the case. If so, this is a pretty rare situation in soccer. So we might be witnessing something really cool here, but we'll see. If this is the case, although now players are starting to disperse, so I could be wrong. Maybe the ref was just looking to have a chat. I guess so. So my apologies. I thought we were having an indirect free kick moment. I wasn't sure why everyone was huddling up towards that goalkeeper's box. Maybe, if anything, they were maybe talking about delaying the game again, potentially. Maybe adverse weather conditions were starting to come into effect. Unclear as to what that conversation was about. When I saw everyone communing together inside the Chattanooga box, I thought a possible indirect free kick opportunity would be among us, but that was not the case. So I apologize, guys. I do not completely have knowledge on what that stoppage in play was all about. But regardless, Arlington are back on the ball. Play will resume, and Arlington have a free kick inside their attacking half. And so Emily Dagnilo is on the ball at number 24 for Arlington. Going to send it deep. We'll try to find an Arlington player. A little bit of a shot off, but does not get past that back line for Chattanooga. It's going to be a foul against Chattanooga. A little bit all over Arlington there. And so Arlington just going to look to pass it back. Chattanooga just swarming Arlington now. Here comes Dagnilo on the ball. Going to try to thread that one through. And that one will be slid away. Good slide tackle there from Chattanooga. And Dagnila will take the throw in. We'll see who she can find. We'll have some more substitutions. And they really got to get one back here, Arlington. Only a couple of minutes to go before stoppage time. And the longer they take to get one back, the harder it's going to be to force extra time and potentially extend your playoff lives. But that one gets taken away. Arlington is able to get back on the ball, though. They're going to lift it up and try to find Lohmeyer, who shoots the ball. What an incredible save by Hall. That's insane. Wow. Arlington with their best chance of the half to get back in the game. And it's an incredible diving save from Hall. It's going to be a corner kick taken by Arlington, headed away. They're going to look to pass it back to maybe get another shot off. And they still have the ball, but that one will get taken away. And now Chattanooga, they can advance, but a quick and speedy defense from Arlington. And now the referee's going to stop. I think they're going to check on Arlington. One player from Arlington went down in that sequence. But let's take a look at this. Lohmeyer, number 15, just with a good step back and then an incredible shot that required an unbelievable save from Hall for Chattanooga to keep this scoreline at 3-1. And that might have been a game-saving save because we don't know how many more chances Arlington are going to get for the remainder of this matchup. But to be able to keep their lead at 2 goals this late into the matchup is vital for Chattanooga. And so after the stoppage in time, they will allow play on for Chattanooga to keep possession of the ball. I guess the ref decided to stop the play while Chattanooga were advancing the ball forward. And so Chattanooga will send it all the way forward, but it'll be headed away by Arlington, though not far enough for a clearance. They're going to try to turn around there. I believe that was a Logan Tongburn on the ball. And that one will get kicked up towards Lohmeyer. Couldn't hang on for it for too long. She gets back on the ball. And now we got a Chattanooga player down. It'll be sent back towards Dagnilo, who will send it forward, but lost control of it, and it's going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be a throw-in for Chattanooga, who are looking to seal this one out. They won the Southeast Conference, advanced in these playoffs, and are here in the South Region semis. We are into stoppage time now. Unclear about how much stoppage time there is, but likely a couple of minutes. And so Chattanooga will just look to keep the ball away from Arlington to make sure they don't get back on it, though they're going to send a very deep pass. And Arlington will try to get back on the ball. They'll send it forward because they have to. They need to score 2 goals in quick succession here, similar to what Chattanooga did to end the first half. They need to replicate that if they want to force extra time. That one's going to get sent forward, headed away by Chattanooga. Though Arlington's there to get back on the ball. Ball's around midfield right now. That's sent forward, very far forward, towards the top of the box. But Chattanooga is there. And it will be brought down. And the shot will be taken by Tongberg. But it will go out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Chattanooga. They would just be trying to take their time, bleed the clock, and see this one out, secure their spot in the national quarterfinals, the South Region Finals. They'll send that one forward. Arlington get back on the ball. And they will push that one. But it's going to go out of play. It'll be an Arlington throw-in in attacking territory. They're going to send it, but it gets taken away, kicked away by Chattanooga. It'll be a throw-in for Arlington once again. They'll bring it back inside their own half. Pass back towards the right side. They got to advance it now. Pass backs don't do them any good. They're going to pass it back one more time. When a yellow card gets shown, I believe, to Chattanooga, maybe for time wasting. It'll be a free kick. And so this one has to go in for Arlington. They got to convert on this one because they need a second one. So they got to convert on this first one to have any chance to have any more time to even think about a second one. This one has to go in for them, and it nearly does. It was headed to the left side of the post. Oh, no. That is gut-wrenching for Arlington. They had two players there. I believe Tongberg was one of them, and Stafford might have been the other. They had the free kick. Let's see this one more time. They take the free kick. They had two players there, but the header couldn't be controlled, and it just trickles out to the bottom left side of the goal, outside of the goal, and so it does not go in, but they have another chance right here if they're able to take it. Jones is able to pass it to Tongberg, who's just able to shepherd that one through. But this one will be scooped up by Chattanooga. And that one was going to be kicked away. Still some time left. That one will be kicked back. It will be an Arlington throw-in. They got to put everybody forward now. That one's going to go out of play. That one will be well, it's hard to tell. I think this is a corner kick for Arlington. So a set piece opportunity very, very late into the game. Again, they're down 2. So there might not be enough time for them to get 2 goals at this rate. But if they can convert on this one, who knows how much time the ref will give them. High arcing corner, but that one just never goes back into the field of play. Lands on top of the goal. Entering our 5th minute of stoppage time. Or the 6th, technically. And that is going to be it. After 5 minutes of stoppage time, the final whistle is blown. And ladies and gentlemen, Chattanooga FC advance to the national quarterfinals into the South Region Finals in the WPSL Playoffs 2025 by defeating Arlington Soccer Blue with a score of 3-1. We appreciate you guys tuning in to the National Soccer Network for this matchup of the WPSL playoffs.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.